When you are in the stage of your life, you may have some challenges as far as losing weight. It can be a struggle sometimes. Hi, Debbie Chu here from Chew on Vegan, and welcome back to my kitchen. If you're on a whole food plant-based diet or you're following the Starch solution, then this is the channel for you. On my channel, you're going to find lots of quick and easy whole food plant-based recipes that are made with no oil. Today I'm going to do another what I eat in a day video. I'm going to show you 3 meals that you can interchange at any time of the day, breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whatever you eat. Maybe you only eat 2 meals a day. But you can have them any time of the day. They don't necessarily have to be for breakfast, lunch, dinner. And I'm not going to really show you my snacks because most of my snacks are going to be fruit. That's what I eat. That's what I snack on. Now, I really want to talk to you out there that are like me. You are maybe premenopausal, menopausal, or postmenopausal. When you are in the stage of your life, you may have some challenges as far as losing weight. It can be a struggle sometimes. Hormones do have a big effect on weight loss. And I know for myself that going on the Starch solution, a low-fat, high-carb, no-oil diet, was the secret for me. It helped me lose those last 15 pounds that I just could not get rid of. And I've kept it off for 2.5 years. So I know it works, it's sustainable, and these recipes that I'm going to show you today are perfect. They are low calorie density, they're low fat, they're high carb, they're filling, and they're satisfying. Now, you may not know, or maybe you've heard it before, is really the only way to lose weight is to be in a calorie deficit, meaning the calories that you take in are less than the calories that you're burning. So you want to burn more calories than you're taking in. But that doesn't mean that you need to starve yourself, that you need to restrict your calories. That's the last thing you want to do. First of all, you're not going to sustain that. You're not going to keep up with it. You're going to give up because you're going to be hungry and you're going to be probably a not very nice person. So just a quick review here. The way I like to eat is low calorie density. So I eat foods that are low on the calorie density scale. And as you can see by this chart here, we have foods from as low as 100 calories per pound, which would be your non-starchy vegetables, all the way up to 4,000 calories a pound, which would be oil. Just to give you a general idea of the amount of calories in foods. I don't count calories, I just eat foods that are 600 calories or less. It just makes it easy for me. So I'm eating non-starchy vegetables, I'm eating potatoes, rice, I'm eating corn and oats, I'm eating beans and legumes. All the ones that are 600 calories or less. So it makes it very simple for me. And this way, you're able to eat large volumes of food for less calories. You are full, you are satisfied, and this is the key for sustaining any way of eating. And the best part is it is effective, and it is really effective for those of us who are in this stage of our life. And being on a whole food plant-based diet with no oil is really a low inflammatory diet, which really helps with your symptoms of hot flashes, night sweats, all that. Whether you want to go on hormones or whatever you're doing, eating a whole food plant-based diet is going to support that. It's going to support your weight loss. So like I said, 3 recipes, all delicious, low calorie density, no oil, weight loss friendly. So let's get started. So the first recipe is going to be a pancake recipe. I have been on a pancake kick lately. I don't know what it is, but I am loving my pancakes. A couple videos ago, I did a pancake recipe, and this is very similar with one little twist. So let's get started. I'm going to use oat flour because I am gluten-free. I have celiacs, but you could use whatever flour you would like. It doesn't have to be oat flour. And what I do is I just take regular old oats and I grind them up in my bullet and make my own flour. This was an oat flour blend, and when this was gone, I fill it up with my ground up oats. Simple, economical. So we're gonna start with 1.5 cups of these oats. And what I like about the oats, when you grind them yourself, you can make them as coarse or as fine as you like. I like mine a little coarser, so you can do super fine or coarse, even coarser than this, whatever you would like. Okay, so we'll add the oats in there. And another beautiful thing about this recipe is no blender is necessary. Not everyone has a high-speed blender, so this is really simple. I'm gonna add a couple teaspoons of baking powder. That's gonna make it nice and fluffy. And then I've got a flax egg, and all this is a tablespoon of ground flaxseed and 3 tablespoons of water, and I just let it sit so it becomes like gelatinous, very egg-like. So this will be for our egg. And as usual, I've gone totally out of order. I went rogue on this one, I guess. Forgot we need to mash up our banana. And this is a very ripe banana. Now, if you don't like banana, or you're allergic to bananas, or for whatever reason you don't want to use banana, you can use applesauce. And I would say probably a good 1/2 cup, maybe a little bit more. And I usually mix the baking powder with the flour before I add the flax egg, and a pinch of salt here. I am just going off script here. It's wonderful. So let's just add in our banana and give this a good stir. I also like to add some frozen riced cauliflower, about 1/2 cup, to get some more fiber, to get some more nutrients. I mean, you can get your veggies in anywhere. Okay, let's add about a teaspoon of vanilla, tablespoon of maple syrup. And here's the thing, you can put this in any order you want. It doesn't matter. Now I'm gonna add some water, and this is how we keep it super low fat. I'm not using any plant milk. I'll start with about a cup. I know I'm gonna need more, but we're just gonna start to get this going, and you're gonna make it the consistency that you would like. And you could also put this in a blender if you would like, if you want it smoother, but I kind of like a denser, more rustic kind of pancake. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more water. And that's about how I like it. Now, one more ingredient, and this just takes it to another level. We're gonna add some of my homemade granola. This is so good. So this, I'm gonna add in, let's see, we'll start with 1/2 cup. Yeah, 1/2 cup sounds good. And what I love about adding this granola is because the granola has maple syrup in it and some vanilla, so it's a little bit sweet. So let's cook these up. I'm excited. So of course you want a nice non-stick griddle or skillet. I'm using my Bella. This is my favorite thing, one of my favorite things. I will leave a link in the description box so you can get one for yourself. I use it all the time. And I'm just gonna do this by 1/4 cup. And I've got my griddle on about 350. These are so good. And as you can see, they're a little bit, coarser grind here, but that's what I like. These are great for grab and go. They'll stay in your freezer for a couple months, in the refrigerator for about 5 days. And I just love to take these to work and have them, just put them in the microwave, or you could put them in the toaster. And then for extra crunch and fun, I'm gonna add a little bit of granola to the top. Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. If you have kids or grandkids, oh my gosh, they will go crazy over these. So much fun. So we're gonna just let these cook like a normal pancake. They get dry, a little brown around the edges. Then we flip them, cook them another couple minutes on the other side. They don't take long. So I'm going to be showing you how to make a quick stir fry with my homemade teriyaki, but first I'm going to get my frozen veggies on the stove, which I don't think you really need to see that because I think you can figure it out. I just put, this is about 5 cups of frozen vegetables. This is just the frozen stir fry brand from Costco. And then I add about 1/2 cup of peas. You could add edamame. I just like to add another protein source to this. And I'm just gonna get this on the stove and then we're going to make the teriyaki. This comes together so quick, especially if you have your rice already made, which I always make a bunch of rice at the beginning of the week. So I've got some ready to go. Just have to heat it up in the microwave. So while the veggies are cooking, we're gonna make our teriyaki. This is so easy and this is my version, so there you have it. So I have almost 1 cup of coconut aminos. Of course, you could use soy sauce, but I'm gluten-free, so I use the coconut aminos. You could use tamari as well. And then I'm gonna add about 1.5 cups of broth. And this broth I made with this Bada Bing bouillon from Local Spicery. I really like it. If I don't make my own, I'll use this, and that way I don't have all those boxes of veggie broth hanging around, and it's less packaging, so I appreciate that. And I just added it to some boiling water, so I'm just going to pour that into my coconut aminos. Next we have a tablespoon of maple syrup. We have a couple teaspoons of sesame seeds. You can omit that if you don't like sesame seeds. A couple teaspoons of vinegar. And then I have a tablespoon of my ginger garlic stir fry mix. If you can't find that, some people are having a hard time finding it. You can usually find the ginger and the garlic, so just use 1/2 tablespoon of each. And you can use fresh ginger too. But I like using this because you always have it on hand and it's just very convenient. All right, so we're gonna give this a good stir. I'm gonna get my whisk. You just want everything combined, and then of course taste it. If you think you need more of the coconut aminos, more broth, you know, just do what you like. Once the veggies are done, we're going to add this to the veggies, and then we're going to thicken it up with a couple tablespoons of cornstarch and a little water. We're gonna make like a little slurry. So I'm just gonna let those veggies continue cooking, and then I'll take you over to the stove and I'll show you the process to get everything together. So the frozen veg takes about 10-12 minutes. So now it's time to add our teriyaki. Now we're gonna want this to come up to a boil. So I'm going to put the lid on for a moment just to kind of expedite that. And now that it's at a boil, we can add our little slurry in here. And we want it to come up to a boil, so then that activates it and it will get thicker. And if you want it thicker, you can add more, but I start with 2 tablespoons and just let it simmer for a bit and see where we go. So you want it to come back up to a boil, and then you'll really see what the thickness is going to be. And to me, this is perfect. I don't like it super thick. So this is perfect for me. So I'm just gonna let these veggies cook in here in the teriyaki for just a few minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes. And then we will plate it up. So here is our beautiful teriyaki stir fry. Got some beautiful white rice here, some jasmine rice, added a few more sesame seeds. So my third recipe is going to be so easy, it's not even a recipe. I'm just going to have a baked potato and some veggies, probably broccoli, but I am gonna make a new cheese sauce. I'm trying it for the first time with you guys today. I love my potato and carrot one, but I just felt like something a little different. So we're gonna do that in just a second. I just want to let you guys know that if you are needing some more support, if you feel like you're struggling, or even if you just want some inspiration, I do have a Facebook group, and it is a group of like-minded people, and you'll find recipes, inspiration, and support. And we're a growing group. I've got over 3,700 of you guys in there, and I'm so excited that you're all there. I appreciate all of you, and I'd love for you to join us. I also have a short little ebook that explains the benefits of a plant-based diet, and some of you may find that helpful. And I also have a newsletter that comes out every other month, and in my newsletter I cover different topics. Some are from a nursing perspective, there's tips, tricks, and recipes. So all those resources, the links will be in the description box, so I hope you check those out. And one other thing I wanted to show you is, lately I've been loving these Topo Chicos. I don't know if you've tried them. They are a sparkling mineral water, so delicious. It's a nice change from just plain water, and if you're missing your sodas and that carbonation, this is a really good one. So I highly recommend Topo Chico, and I get absolutely no money for this. I just love their product. Okay, now on to the third recipe. So instead of my usual potato and carrot cheese sauce, which I will leave a link to that in the description box because I love that too, it's great, I'm gonna do cauliflower and butternut squash. I don't know why, but that sounds really good to me. So I've got about 3 cups of cauliflower and about a cup of frozen butternut squash. The cauliflower is fresh, you could use frozen. I'm just gonna microwave this for about 7 minutes, or until it takes it to get really tender, because you wanna be able to blend it. So I'm gonna throw this in the microwave, and then we are gonna put it all together. All right, showtime. So I have my cauliflower and my butternut squash in here. I did it for about 9 minutes. I want it to be really tender, okay? Then I've got 3 tablespoons of nutritional yeast. Then I've got some salt, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika. So basically like my other cheese sauce. And then I've got a tablespoon and a half of cashew powder. I used to use a 1/4 cup, now I've cut that in half. I don't think you really need that much. It's just enough to give it some creaminess. That way it keeps it really low fat and still delicious. Now a little bit of lemon, maybe. There we go. And then I'm using the cooking water from my steamer. Why waste it? This is about 1.5 cups. So hopefully that's enough. If not, guess what? We'll put some more in. I'm gonna go blend this up. All right, let's taste this. This is recipe number 3, the easiest one of them all. Steamed some frozen broccoli, microwaved a potato, and made this delicious new cheese sauce using butternut squash and cauliflower. And I'm excited about it. Let's see, here we go. Mmm. It's really good. Mmm. I like it. Okay, looks like I have a new cheese sauce in my rep. So I hope you enjoyed this What I Ate in a Day video, and remember that eating a whole food plant-based diet with no oil is going to be your way to lose weight, get healthy. This diet is anti-inflammatory. It's great if you're going through menopause or if you have any autoimmune diseases like I do and want to keep your inflammation to a minimum. This is a great way to go. If you like this video, if you found value in it, you found it helpful, please give me a like. I really appreciate it. If you've made it this far in the video, please comment with low fat, and that way I know that you've made it to the end, and I really appreciate all your support with my channel. Remember that all my recipes are good for you, they're good for the animals, and they're good for the planet, and what you put on your plate determines your fate and your weight. Until next time, thank you. If you're on a whole food plant-based diet, or this hair is gonna send me to the moon. What am I gonna show you? I gotta stop talking while I'm stirring. Faux